YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, I like looking at servos, and I like digging through servos and seeing how they made and how they perform. So, we've got another branded servo, and this one I think retails for less than £50 delivered. Really nice looking servo, love the red colour. So this one's going to live in the EXB. Very nice construction, decent length servo cable and a nice thick cable. Now this one is it's badged up Racestar. Not sure if again this is one at JX Derivatives or maybe, but it's extremely close in looks to the demand what we've just checked, the DBS 584V. Now the model number on this one, it's badged up Racerstar BL7146HV. I'll pop a picture round here somewhere because I've took the bottom off it, and this one, unlike the demand, does actually look to be a brushless motor. Now this is rated at 7.4 volt, 0.10 seconds speed, 7.4 volt, 46 kilograms per centimetre of torque, which is very close to what the demand was. I think that were about 47 at 7.4 volts. So it'll be interesting to see how this tests. Now, like the demand, it also has the rubber seal, although it's not advertised as waterproof. See if there's any more specs on the box. So it does give us 6 volts speed of 0.12 seconds over 60 degrees. And a 6 volt stall torque of 38.6 kilograms per centimetre. The 7.4, it's saying 47.8, which would put it along the lines of the demand. Now it does come in slightly cheaper than the demand, and it is actually brushless, or the design looks to be brushless. So let's get it on test rig and see if this tests as well as the demand does. You do actually get quite a lot in the box with it. So although it's not a plastic flashy box, it's a little cardboard one, but you do get a whole bunch of servo screws, different heads, and some little rubber mounts what go on the end of them, so it cushions them slightly. But let's get it on test rig and see how it plays out. Maybe we've got a cheap brushless servo on his hands. Right, so let's get it on 6 volt setting, and we'll just zero it out. And it is incredibly quiet. To the point where it's pretty difficult to see or hear if it's actually centered properly. No heat build-up so far, and at 5.89 volt, or 5.8, we're getting 29 kilograms of torque, which is not bad for a sub £50 servo. That's not a bad 6 volt. Might not be exactly what it's advertised as, but this one is a brushless one. I can confirm that. So let's up the voltage. So we're now at 7.34 or 7.2 at the actual servo test bed. So make sure it's zeroed. So here we go. So at 7.2 volt, we're averaging 32.6. And it doesn't say it's rated for 8.4 volt, but let's give it a go anyway. What's the worst we can do? Fry a servo. Hopefully not, because it looks a nice servo. And we're averaging 35. Not really any heat build up. That's very, very cool. So that's nice to see. So, not the 46 kilogram that it's advertised as, but it is brushless and it will run at 8.4 without burning up. And you're getting around 36 kilograms of torque. So that'll give you an idea of what kind of other servos for the price range you can compare it to. But let's get back to conclusion. Right, so before we get to conclusion, we've got two very similar price servos here. We got the Racestar one and the Demond. The Demond, to my eye, is coreless, and a lot of people have called them out for it because it's advertised as brushless. Not really sure, make your own mind up on that, but this is a brushless system. Now this is around the same price, it's advertised as 46 kilogram but barely manages 36. This is advertised as brushless but it's coreless, but this actually hits the advertised kg rating. And to my eyes, it looks like the Demond is slightly faster, but that coreless motor certainly reacts quicker than the brushless one. You can see when I move it quick, the Demond one certainly throws its son about a lot more. It's quicker to respond. Now, entirely up to you, and I just find doing these videos interesting because I like to see how close to spec things are, and I just like people to know what they're actually getting for the money. So, Demond one aside, the Racestar, clearly not 46 kilogram, it's more like 36, but you are getting stainless steel gears, you're getting bearings, you've got definitely what looks to be a brushless motor system in it. From the picture it does look remarkably like the brushless system that Demond are now saying is in theirs, which is kind of worrying because, to be honest, I'd prefer this to be sold as a coreless servo and keep the spec it's got, other than go brushless like this one but be nowhere near the actual kg of what it's advertised as. Now 36 kilograms at 7.4 volt, most BECs can go up to 7.4 volt at least, most decent ones. It will run at 8.4 but you don't really seem to get any more power out of it. But 36 kilograms of torque is ample for any Creighton 6S, anything like that. It'd be enough power to put in a lossy LMT. That said, if you really need the power, go with the Demond. Ignore the brushless, not brushless, whatever it says. That is a more powerful, faster servo for similar money. If you really want brushless, for less than 50 quid, you'd be paying a lot more for this performance, more along the lines of this Savox that is £116. That's 50. Same position as Demond, you can get two of these in a gear set for the price of one of these. entirely up to you. I do think the Savox is nicer finish, but they're noisy as hell. This is really quiet, don't get much heat produced in it. It is a nice aluminium case, really nice anodizing on it. Yes, it's not 46 kilograms like it's advertised, it's more like 37, give or take. But that is ample power for any bash that you're going to put it in. And for £50, I'd say, yeah, it's a good servo. I wouldn't say it's a cracking servo, because it's not the power it's advertised as. But I would say overall, it's good. It's good build quality, it's good performance for the price you're paying. And I just wish more of these companies would stop making up random things like brushless when it's not, 46 kg when it's clearly not. It's maybe it's just too much to ask for lipo manufacturers and servo manufacturers to just give us the spec of what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you compare this to any branded servos, and for the speed, build quality, and round about 37 kg of torque, you'd be paying almost double this. So the actual servo for the price isn't a bad servo. You just need to kind of get a grip on this advertising, marketing BS. But as always, link will be in the description below. Thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars, and I'll catch you guys again in the next one.